Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever in the world you may be. Today we're doing some more online shopping, and the first stop on our shopping journey is at Marks & Spencer, otherwise known as Marks & Sparks or just M&S. It's a bit of a British institution, and in all honesty they were a bit late creating an online presence, but they've certainly made up for it recently. Just a bit of a backstory about M&S. They have a network of 1,487 stores and 98 websites globally. They have 65,000 employees and they serve over 30 million customers each year. They offer free home delivery if you spend $125 or more. If you spend less than that, the delivery charge is $12.99 and express is $15.99. They have a Sparks reward scheme, and if you sign up for that, just give them your email address. You'll get the newsletter, details of offers, usual thing. You'll get an initial discount of 15%. You can return items within 30 days of purchase. And if you want to return anything, you can get a postage paid label from their website, and the cost of that is $12.99, which will be taken from your refund. So that's all the formalities taken care of. Let's go shopping. I thought we'd start off with Nora LG's request for some petite, high-waisted trousers in a linen mix. Now, at the moment we're looking at the M&S US website, and there are these options to choose from. So linen pants, in the women's section they came up with 34 results, and the beauty of M&S, one of the things that I love about them, is that their trousers or pants, whichever way you want to call them, come in a short, regular and a long length. And the short is usually perfect for me. The inside leg for their short trousers is 29 inches, which is also the same as their petite range. The inside leg is 29 inches. Talking of the petite range, I did have a look through there earlier, and there weren't any trousers in a linen blend. So we'll just have a look at these, and hopefully you might see some that you like. The first ones I think look particularly nice, that are in a natural colour. You can see these being worn here in the short video. They've got pockets, which I always love. They've just got a flat front, no pleats, and they've got one back pocket. Yeah, those look really nice. The fabric looks good. And we'll have a look at the fabric. And the composition is 52% linen, 48% viscose. I would imagine those would wash really well. And they also always give you a, goes well with, an opportunity to push some other products. And why not try these other ones, which will all be in the search for linen pants anyway. So we'll go back to the linen pants. Okay, we have linen rich pleated wide leg trousers in soft white. Okay, those are a little bit difficult to see, so we'll have a look at the green ones. Okay, so these are pleated. They have a single pleat either side, and they've got a hidden fastening there, so it's a hidden zip and a hook and bar instead of a button closure. can't see if those have pockets or not. Usually if they do, you'll find that the model will have one of her hands in one of the pockets. Cut to a regular fit, elegant wide legs, flattering high waist, front pleats, hook bar and zip fastening. It doesn't say anything about pockets. However, the composition, again, very similar, 55% linen, 45% viscose. So we'll look at the sizes that this item comes in, and you will see that they're very inclusive. We start at a US 2 and all the way up to a US 20. And unfortunately, it looks like this is totally out of stock. Certainly in the green anyway. The white, unfortunately, that also looks out of stock. Black probably wouldn't be ideal for summer, but we'll just check stock levels on that as well. That is also out of stock, unfortunately. You can enter your email here and click notify me to receive notification if the item comes into stock again, which they sometimes do, particularly with very popular items, or if items are returned, they'll list them again. As you can see, when there's something good on the M&S website, it does sell very, very quickly. So let's go back and have a look at these first ones. I don't think we looked at the sizes and availability on this one. Okay, there are a few in stock here. So as you can see, the lengths range from extra short to extra long. The one that I usually buy is short/petite. That length in the inseam is 29 inches, the regular is 31, and the long is 33. The extra short and the extra long are not available in most styles. So if you see them out of stock, it doesn't necessarily mean they're out of stock. It could well mean that they don't stock that particular item in that length. As I said, don't forget, you can always do the notify me when back in stock if you're looking for something. Okay, so we'll go back and see if there's anything else. There's some linen rich striped cropped wide leg trousers, not particularly flattering. Some pure linen ones here. Nice colour in the natural beige. The only problem with 100% linen, although it's very cool in summer, is that it creases like anything. It's so annoying. That's available in not only the natural beige, but also navy, soft white, black, my favourite colour, and onyx, which I'm sure is somebody else's favourite colour, but certainly not mine. There is also another handy little thing, and I think this crops up on quite a few websites, a fit finder, find your size. You put in your height, your weight, then you put in your measurements, etc., etc., and it tells you what the ideal size is for that particular item on the M&S website. Can be very useful. Also, what is useful are the reviews left by customers. In this case, there are 127 reviews, 4.4 out of 5. You get a lot of details from that. The one detail I like in particular is that based on those, customers say this one fits true to size. So they'll sometimes say that it comes up a bit small, comes up a bit large. So it gives you a good idea what to order. So those are the pure linen wide leg trousers, and if we have a look, say, in the natural beige, oops, sorry about that, Okay, they've got short petite in a US 2, although it's low in stock. It's out of stock in the US 4, out of stock in the US 6, and US 8, US 10. Yeah. And as I said, unfortunately, things that are very popular on the M&S website sell out very quickly. But they do have new stock coming in fairly constantly, so it pays to keep an eye on the website. Okay, so we'll have another look here. Crop trousers again, which sometimes these can be okay. So look at them in that nice neutral colour again, oatmeal. Won't work with this one. These don't have particular length. Sometimes they do, even for the cropped ones. And I find that if I order my size in a long length in the cropped trousers, they actually end up to be the perfect length. You know, just past the ankles and resting on the top of my shoes. But for this one, it's obviously just the one length. So we've got linen rich wide leg trousers here again. These are in onyx and pink. Fabrics are same again, 55% linen, 45% viscose, which is a great mix. Really good mix of fabrics. Nice and lightweight, nice and airy for the summer. Okay, and most of those are also out of stock. They've got the occasional size. US 8 regular is low in stock. US 10 short petite low in stock, etc., etc. What also happens is if there's a sudden, heat wave, then lightweight summer clothes will sell out very, very quickly because suddenly everybody wants to buy them. These are taper trousers, which aren't particularly flattering. Again, they're pure linen, so they're going to crease an awful lot. These are linen blend wide leg trousers, but I think those look like, let me just have a look at the white ones. Yep, those are sort of a cross between, joggers and ordinary trousers. You can see them there. So those might be quite good to take with you to the beach, just to slip on over some bathers. Pockets on the back. Yeah, those would be good for, casual ones. Again, they come in this nice light oatmeal colour. They also come in short petite, regular and long. And there is stock available in most of those sizes. So obviously those aren't as popular as the smarter trousers. Oh, there's some here, linen blend tab detail wide leg trousers. Those only come in black. And those also don't come in different lengths, they're just the one length. Okay, there's some more there that are more like cargo trousers with a sort of a jogger type waist with a tie string. Okay, there's linen blend wide leg trousers here. Autograph are M&S's sort of premium brand, so they'll always be a little bit more expensive, but the fabrics are usually that much nicer. However, they don't come in different lengths, which is a bit of a nuisance. It's got pure linen cargo trousers again. Some more pleat front wide leg trousers in a linen blend and a light khaki. These are in the different leg lengths: short, petite, regular and long, low in stock, out of stock with some of the short, petite ones. But I think there's a few options there. And I think it's certainly a website to keep in mind and check fairly regularly if you're looking for something in particular. Goodness, I've been shopping at M&S for 50 odd years, no, longer than that, 60 plus, because I used to go with my mum when I was little. And the quality of their clothing is generally very, very good. Not 100%, but pretty near. I mean, I've had pieces of theirs that I've had for 15, 20 years. Worn regularly, washed regularly, still fine. So I think we've covered the linen blend trousers, and now we're on to jeans for a curvy figure. Okay, so our next mission was to find some jeans for Ellie or Eli Schuber. My apologies if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I think it's probably supposed to be Ellie, so I'll call you Ellie, and yeah, hope that it's the right one. So the first website that I looked at was Everlane, because they say here, we adjusted the hip to waist ratio of our signature jeans to eliminate the waist gap and create a form-flattering fit through the hip and thigh, because denim should just fit. And they're absolutely right, it should just fit. And when you're pear-shaped, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to have more room in the hip area, less room in the waist area. People who are pear-shaped usually have smaller waists, and so to accommodate the hips, if you buy standard jeans, the waist is too big, you either get the gap at the back or it's just generally too loose all the way around. And looking at the jeans for curvy women on the Everlane website, they've definitely got the waist to hip ratio correct. However, from there downwards, it's just wrong. For a start off, the jeans are just that little bit too short. I mean, jeans should ideally be as long as possible without dragging on the floor, because they'll elongate your leg. And if you're a pear shape and you wear jeans that are a little bit too short, it doesn't do you any favours. Well, to wear jeans that are too short doesn't do any woman any favours, you know, whether you're pear-shaped, whatever shape you are. So I was sort of going through these hoping that they might have a different style, because the best style when you're pear-shaped is to have a boot cut so that the denim jeans flare out at the bottom, because that flare at the bottom, creating extra width, balances out the width of your hips. But unfortunately, Everlane don't seem to have done this. This one here, the skinny jeans, are probably the worst jeans that a pear-shaped person could wear, because it just emphasises the size of your hips. It really does. I mean, skinny jeans are difficult for anybody to wear unless they're skinny. And for a curvy woman, no, they're just not doing that wonderful figure any favours at all. So I moved swiftly on from Everlane and arrived at American Eagle, which I'd never heard of before. And at the moment they're running a promotion, 30% off $100 plus, 25% off $75 plus, 20% off $50 plus. which is very reasonable. So if we shop women's, if we go straight to jeans, women's jeans, oops. Oh, goodness me, every time I do this I get a survey thing. Nope. I really don't want a survey. Okay, jeans, what I'm looking for are they had some for curvy, but here they are, curvy jeans. Okay, so we've got the curvy baggy jeans. These are extremely ripped. I must say, an article I was reading the other day, I think on some sort of fashion news website, was saying that ripped jeans are out now, but distressed jeans are still in. Whether that's true or not, who knows? I mean, I don't think women particularly need to follow trends, but if you want to, then why not? Totally up to the individual. However, ripped jeans with knees hanging out look better on a 20-year-old than a nearly 70-year-old. Because as one ages, so does one's knees, and they don't look as good as they used to. Anyway, we'll look at the ones that aren't ripped. We'll look at these. Now these are the super high-waisted baggy straight jean. And I don't actually see any real sort of difference in those to normal jeans. They've got some stretch. Comfort stretch waistband. Oh, okay. I assume what that means is that there's elastic inside the waistband, so that it saves that sort of gap at the back of the waist that I was talking about not long ago, that you have when you're curvy, you know, when your waist is much narrower. So these are rigid in front, stretchy in the back, made for curves. Just want to check the fabric to make sure there's enough stretch in here. These are made from 92% cotton, 6% recycled cotton and 2% elastane, which is not a bad combination, but you know, I'm looking at the model here and I'm thinking they're made for a slightly curvy figure, but not too much of a curve. So we might go back and have another look and see what else there is. No, that's just advertised, okay. Right, this looks better. Okay, this is a curvy, high-waisted, skinny kick jean. So these look like they're more accommodating. These have got a higher amount of stretch. Fairly high rise, medium level of medium support. The fabric on this one is 62% cotton, 16% recycled cotton, 14% recycled polyester, 6% viscose, 2% elastane. Good to see that they're using recycled fabrics there. I do wish more manufacturers would use recycled fabric. Now the 2% elastane plus the 14% polyester combined is going to give these a lot more stretch than the previous pair. And also the little flare there, the little boot cut, will also help to balance out your hips. And what I haven't seen here is, size, here we go. Okay, so they do these in short, regular and long as well, which is excellent. And they do an extra short. Goodness, these are giving M&S a run for their money. So a lot of sizes available there. So they run from a triple O, goodness me, that is tiny, really, really tiny, to a size 20, which is great. That's really, really inclusive, which is good. Okay, let's have a look at another pair. Those are ripped ones. These are another pair of bootcut jeans, and these are low rise. So as you can see from this, people who have a pear-shaped, wider hips often have a very tiny waist, like this model here. And what the low rise is doing is it's really showing off your figure. It's showing off that fabulous hourglass shape. Some people don't like low rise, but if you're comfortable with low rise, I'd say these would be a really good option. They come in a dark ink and simply dark. And front on, this is them. Yeah, you see, we can see the shape here. You can see how nicely just that little bit of flare there balances out the hips. Would be easier to show if she was sort of standing straight, but you know, you get my drift. That sort of equals that. In fact, that's slightly more, slightly wider. So those are a really great pair of jeans for a pear-shaped body. All the pairs. Okay, these are 80% cotton, 12% recycled polyester, 6% rayon, 2% elastane. And here those are 3 out of 4 for high stretch, low rise, in the middle for medium support. So we'll go back, we'll just have a look at another pair. These, I really don't like the shape of these. They're more sort of tapered or, you know, verging on the skinny leg, which aren't great. Not on a pear-shaped figure. Okay, so we've got curvy straight leg. And we've got curvy jeggings and the skinny jeans. Curvy mom jeans. I'm not quite sure what mom jeans are supposed to be. It's a saying I'm not totally familiar with. Okay, so these are the ones that we've seen before, aren't they? I was hoping there'd be a mid-rise one as well. I'm sure I saw one last time. I was looking at this website. I had a quick look at it before I started recording. high-waisted, flare, and nope. I'm not sure if this means, I think this just means standard fit. So these are the curvy jeans. So we have just got the baggy ones, the flare and the boot cut, mom jeans and jeggings and skinny jeans, and the straight leg. I mean, look, if you're into, you know, ripped jeans, these certainly will accommodate a pear-shaped figure. So I think we've found some good ones there. Okay, I think these are my favourite on this website. There's the American Eagle, whoops, next level curvy high-waisted skinny kick jean. Now, unless you need more room in the legs, I think these are really, really flattering. If you look at the kick jean there, so in other words, the boot cut, it kicks out the foot there, and the hips, it really balances it out. Oops. See, those are really flattering. From the side, those are great. That's just that lovely little boot cut sitting on top of the shoe there. I think these are brilliant. I mean, for the price, $44.95, not bad at all. So I hope I've completed my missions today. I think I've found some decent linen mixed trousers. I think I managed to find some jeans for a pear-shaped figure, and that's all the missions I had to do today. So mission complete. Which just leaves me to say, oh, actually, before I go, if you've enjoyed watching the video or any of my other videos and you haven't subscribed, why not? It's free. It helps my channel because I publish videos on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, a short on Saturday, short on Sunday. It is a lot of work, so I really, really would appreciate it if you'd subscribe. You know you want to. And on that note, I'll say à bientôt mes amis, au revoir et bonsoir. And the first stop is Britain. Start again. I'm starting again. Wherever in the world you may be. Start again. Sorry, my tablet went off. First one here, which is a linen. I'll say that in a minute. Which is good, as well as, let's say that again. So just looking at the sizing options here, the options go from, I'll spit this out in a minute. So if we look at the sizing option and create a form flattering sorry,